Welcome to the Red Card Football Channel. Today we'll be discussing Brazil's epic 2-1 win over Colombia in World Cup qualifying. Brazil started off with a much better team. Vinicius Jr. went in an excellent dribble inside the box. The Colombian defender fouled him to earn Brazil a penalty kick. Rafinha buried the penalty kick to make it 1-0. Brazil dominated the first 15 minutes of the game, Rodrigo having an excellent cross shot that just went wide. But Colombia got into the game. Richard Rios, Lerma, James started controlling the midfield, and eventually Colombia found an equalizer after a poor giveaway by Joelinton, who came off for Gerson, who gets my red card for his poor giveaway outside the box. James passed the ball to Luis Diaz, who made it 1-1. Colombia and Brazil then finished the half pretty evenly. Brazil started the second half with the better team, but didn't create any clear-cut chances until Dorival made three key substitutions, putting in Savinho, Wesley, and Matheus Cunha into the game. And those three players changed the game. Brazil created chance after chance. The Colombian goalkeeper Vargas made three excellent saves, a double save from Vini, one save from Rafinha. Rafinha missed the shot that could have potentially made it 2-1. When it looked like Colombia was about to get a point, Vinicius Jr. hit a very great long-range shot that took a slight deflection into the back of the net. Brazil ended up winning 2-1. I thought Brazil was much better today in the performance, especially in the second half. They controlled possession. I thought Wesley came off of Anderson and gave a new addition at right back. I thought Savinho, being a pure winger at that position, instead of converting one like Rodrigo, actually did a lot better job in this position. I thought Matheus Cunha also added energy into the game. I think Brazil had a very good performance, much better than the previous qualification games. They finally beat a team like Colombia for the first time in qualifying. They didn't beat Uruguay, drawing and losing to Uruguay. They didn't beat Argentina, and they lost the previous game to Colombia. So this was a much-needed win for Brazil for their confidence. They're now second in the World Cup qualifying. They should easily go through to the World Cup finals without any real trouble. No danger of really even a playoff now, as Brazil have two more home games against relatively weak opposition. So Brazil have done exactly what they had to do. It was a big victory. Dorival's signature win, probably in charge of the national team. Although I still don't rate him as a great manager, he did make improvements. I thought his substitutions changed the game today, and overall Brazil's performance was much better. And Vini was excellent today, earning the penalty kick, scoring his only sixth goal for the national team. He has a pretty poor goal return for the national team, but I thought today he put the team on his back. He really showed that he can lead this team to great things, to potentially go on a deep run in the World Cup in 2026. And I think if Vini keeps performing like this and Rafinha keeps his goal-scoring form up for Brazil, they have an excellent duo who can lead Brazil very far in the World Cup. I still think their midfield isn't good enough. I'm not sure players like Joelinton, Bruno Guimarães could lead Brazil much further than like a semifinal World Cup. But with a good defense, a great goalkeeper in Alisson, and a duo as good as Vini and Rafinha, Brazil can actually dream of going very far in the World Cup, especially with a performance that is, in my opinion, much improved from previous performances. As for Colombia, they can feel a little bit unlucky because of the deflection not to get a draw, but I don't think they were good enough. I think they sat back too deep, and they were content with a point. Despite the fact they kept a lot of possession, they didn't create clear-cut chances, especially in the second half, and I felt Brazil were fully deserving of the win. But Colombia will have Paraguay next at home, and they should be able to get 3 points to get the World Cup qualification back on track. As for Brazil, they'll head to Argentina next, which will be the most difficult challenge. Although Argentina are without Messi and some of their better players, they should be able to be the favorites against Brazil being at home. But it'll be a great duel, and we'll see what happens in that game. That's all for my analysis for today. Hope to see you next time.